Well. Hello there. We're back. It's Monday. And today, we're going to stack some more Bitcoin like always. Monday through Fridays. Stacking about $20 worth of Bitcoin. Today, we might do a double stack to finally get to 0.25 Bitcoin. A quarter of a Bitcoin. It's been a long road. We've been stacking for about a little over a year on the show. So we're getting there. Slow and steady. Stacking relentlessly, regardless of the price. Shout out and round of applause from the live studio audience for this first comment of the evening. It goes to Mr. McLovin in the house. Stackopaths, LFG. Garrett, what up, Garrett? Good to see you in here. Round of applause from the live studio audience for Garrett. He says, just sold my Ford wheels sitting on the side of the house for over a year. It will come in handy because I've been stacking like crazy. Oh, exactly. Nice. Very nice. BTC Backpacker in the house. What up? Good to see you in here. Hope you had a good weekend. Just sold my kids. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Priorities are priorities, right? Nice. Very nice. Oh man, I had some success with the stuff on OfferUp this weekend. Not everything sold, but some stuff sold. So we're gonna review that also. And then I was able to buy some sats, some juicy sats. I call it Operation Flipping Sats. That's what I'm selling everything that I can to get more Satoshis in exchange for those things. So I'm starting to track those on a different sheet. So we'll have a look at those later in the show. Okay. All right. So that said, let's get into the first segment of the show that we like to call the Set Strength. Today, the price of Bitcoin is loading. $56,267.57. Wow. It's crazy to see the amount of Satoshis you can get for a single dollar is up to 1,777 Satoshis for a single dollar. Man, we're stuck in 1,400 for a while. So it's nice to see how many you can get right now. What up, Carlos? Round of applause from our live studio audience for Carlos in the house. Let's go, DCA to BTC. I'll be talking about Bitcoin all day. Satwise in the house. What up, dude? Round of applause from a live studio audience for Satwise. Okay, so that is the price of Bitcoin today. You can buy 1,777 Satoshis for a single dollar today. What is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. So, that said, don't look at the price of Bitcoin and say, wow, $56,000, I can't afford that. I have to save up. I have to save up to buy a Bitcoin. Well, instead of thinking you have to save up to buy a Bitcoin, start thinking about it this way. You save in Bitcoin. You don't save up to buy Bitcoin, you save in Bitcoin. So, if you're buying $1 worth, you get 1,777 Satoshis, right? If you're walking down the street, minding your own business, you look down and see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day you'll have close to 18 Satoshis, 17 Satoshis for a single penny. What a deal. Okay? All right, when Bitcoin hits $100 million, one Satoshi will be worth one penny at 100,000. Is it 100,000 or 100 million? 100,000, right? Yeah, I think it's $100,000. $100,000 Bitcoin equals one penny equals one Satoshi. We need to get back into Discord. Oh, you got kicked out? Did you get kicked out of Discord? No. That's called Satoshi Day. Oh, Satwise, I like it. I didn't know that. Oh yeah, when you do Stacker Lounge. What's today? Oh, that is. Are we gonna do it second Friday of the month? Which would mean this Friday. Dun dun dun. Okay, if we're gonna do Stacker Lounge, we're gonna do that this Friday, July 12th. Okay, Friday, July 12th, we're doing Stacker Lounge. If you're interested, if you don't know what that is, on Friday, we have a regular episode where we stack Satoshis, and then we jump on a call in our Discord server. There's a conference room called Stacker Lounge, and you can jump in there, and we just basically talk about Bitcoin for however long the show runs, for 20 minutes to an hour, depending on what the conversation is. If the conversation is good, then we'll extend the show a little bit longer. But it's a good way to get to know other people that are stacking and to get some ideas across, maybe share some insights, share some orange pill stories, and maybe even troubleshoot some issues you might have. So it's a fun little way for us to all be part of the show. Okay, so that's gonna be Stacker Lounge. Yeah, Stacker Lounge will be on this Friday, July 12th. Friday, July 12th, Stacker Lounge. Be there. If you want to jump in there, it's let's see, Discord. The link for our Discord will be in the chat in a second once the Nightbot puts it up. Okay, perfect. So we gone through the price of Bitcoin, the stat strength. Oh, probably about, I don't know, 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Is that too late? Or should we do Friday's show a little bit earlier? Should we do Friday's show at noon? Sorry, my time zone is Pacific, guys. So I know it might work better. Will the Stacker Lounge have a waitress? Let's go. Yeah, Stacker Lounge AI waitresses, definitely. Tiki Lounge style. All right, so let's jump into the next segment of the show. Why we stack. All right, this is the real quick for the new people that are new to the show. Welcome to the stream. My name is Roman. We talk about saving in Bitcoin. That's it. Super simple. Okay. Why do we save in Bitcoin? Because saving in Bitcoin is like giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked, for as long as you hold the Bitcoin that represents those hours. Okay. I know it's a dense statement I just made, but I want you to go back and analyze it and try to understand what it means, right? It means that you're exchanging your hard work, your time on this earth, for a representation of value that is made out of paper in whatever country you're in, right? And when you get that paper money should retain its value for whenever you want to exchange that value for whatever you need, right? But what's happening is that paper money is getting debased, because every time they print more paper money, your portion of that supply becomes less and less, therefore reducing your purchasing power of the time you already exchanged for that paper, right? So what we do is we take the value that we earn in whatever currency we earn it in, and we convert that value to Bitcoin. Because once we convert that value to Bitcoin, if that paper money continues to print, it doesn't matter to us anymore, because that is no longer debasing your holdings. Your value is being held in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin doesn't inflate. Therefore, no inflation, therefore no debasement. Therefore, the value that you set aside, that you're saving, actually holds its value. And on top of that, it will actually increase in value relative to the paper money you're used to dealing with. Because, again, the paper money will continue to inflate at different rates depending on the country you're in. But all governments do this. They print money to create value out of nothing, and you have to work for that, right? But when you take that value, put it into Bitcoin, as your local paper currency continues to devalue against Bitcoin now, the purchasing power of a value you set aside in Bitcoin is going to actually increase, right? So you are in essence becoming wealthier just by saving your value in Bitcoin as opposed to saving it in your local paper money. Okay, so that's why we stack, because it's that simple. You don't have to go and become a real estate developer. You don't have to go and become a stock trader, broker, / whatever, right? You don't have to go become a doctor or all that stuff. Yeah, you could become a doctor to get better pay up front, but The guy who goes through all the process and does all the hard work of becoming whatever they need to become to earn money, if they save in dollars, if they save in paper money, they're gonna continue to get debased, and it won't matter how hard they worked, how many degrees they have, how good of a job they have, because you'll never be able to work and earn enough dollars to compensate for the level of debasement that's happening day to day, every single day, right? No matter what you do, you could do all the right things, and you'll never beat the money printer. It's a sad thing, right? That's why whenever somebody starts to ask me about Bitcoin, I want them to always watch that BTC Prague 2023 Michael Saylor presentation, the one with the best slideshow ever, because right there it tells you, you can see right there, you can see clearly that nothing an individual person can do, not even an individual company can do, is enough to outrun the money printer long term, right? And so that's basically why we stack. We don't stack because we choose to stack, right? Because we know we have to stack, right? We are the losing end. Yeah, we are on the losing end of the economic printer. And Bitcoin flips that exactly. Because as soon as you get the value of your hard work into an asset like Bitcoin that appreciates against the dollar, you in essence are now, the system is now working for you. And now instead of stealing from you, it's making you more wealthy, because it's increasing the price in terms of dollars of scarce assets, and the scarcest asset you can have is Bitcoin, right? So just like that, you are you're becoming, in essence, more wealthy, because your purchasing power is increasing, right? So instead of spending an hour worth of your life to do something, as the price of Bitcoin doubles, now you're spending half of an hour of your life to do that same thing, right? It's pretty insane. So the more Bitcoin you're holding, the faster that happens, and the sooner it'll happen too. Where you get to the point where you reach the point of equilibrium, where you hit your moon date, where you hit your freedom date, and you can, in essence, do whatever the heck you want with your time. And if that means you want to continue to do the job that you're currently doing because you really love that job and you enjoy it, then have at it. Continue to do that job and stack the money that you stack extra sats, right? Or you can do a different job that you've always wanted to do, or learn a different skill that you always wanted to learn, but you weren't able to, or you couldn't justify doing that other thing because it didn't pay well enough, because it's not something that people, it's not something that was just that's lucrative, right? Your career choice, the way you spend your time now becomes 100% like up to you. It's free. It's freedom now. You don't have to factor in. You don't have to factor in the potential for monetary gain, right? Like, say you wanted to become I don't know, the best couponer in the world. I don't know. You want to become the best. What are some of the things you guys would pursue if money was no object, and if money wasn't an issue, if you didn't have to work, if you were quote unquote made it to your freedom date, and you had enough satoshis stacked that you could do whatever you wanted to do with your time, what would you focus on? What would you want to do, right? I'd probably do a lot more fishing, a lot more boogie boarding, a lot more jiu-jitsu, right? Those are all things that I probably could not get paid to do, right? But when I hit my moon date, when I hit my freedom date, when I have enough Bitcoin allocated that I can do whatever the heck I want with my time, those are probably the things that I'll want to do. BC Backpacker says, mow lawns like me. It's so simple. There you go. Buy an entire Guitar Center. Let's go, Todd. Yes. Buy an entire Guitar Center. Play every single guitar in there. Exactly. That's so funny. That's what, no, but it's true. See, like I would go to baseball games. Yeah, there it is. See, like, and these things that are kind of like, when you're younger back in the day before Bitcoin came out. There's always that conversation of like, oh man, what would you do if you won the lotto? What would you do if you won the lotto? And it's always something that's like an abstraction, like something way off in the future. Like it could never happen, but if it did, it would be cool. What would you do? I would do this. I would do that. Right? Bucket list type stuff. Right? Well, that's very attainable. Right? It's very attainable. Um, if I like just like 2 or 3 years ago, if I went back in time and told myself, hey, dude, when you like in 3 years from now, I can't tell you how it's gonna happen, but in 3 years from now, you're gonna have this much in savings. I'd have been like, shoot, did I win the lotto? Right? Because I've never been a saver, right? But Bitcoin allows for that mental like maturity, or that mental, I don't know what you call it, that mental shift, when you realize that, hey, for every Satoshi I save, I'm not only saving that value that it's currently worth, but I'm there's a giant potential for upside, right? And on top of that, it's like we're in there so early that it just makes sense to save, right? And so it's a driver. It drives you to save. So anyway, once everybody hits their freedom date, their freedom stack amount. I mean, for some of us, it could be like in a couple of years, in a couple of months, in like even 5 or 10 years. Seems like a long time, but 5 or 10 years flies. And just think about Bitcoin's only been around for about 15 and a half years, right? And look at the value it's created since. It's just the potential is huge. Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. Play Hungry Hippo with stacks. Sorry, play Hungry Hippo with Satoshis with stacking Yip. Buy, and check back in 20 years. Yeah, exactly. And it might not even take 20 years. That's the thing. Yeah, depending on how hard you're stacking, right? Anyway, that's why we stack. We stack because we know it's probably the only way to get out of poverty, not poverty, but the only way to stay ahead, to get ahead, or to stay ahead of monetary debasement, inflation. Okay, there it is, plain and simple. The long version and the short version. All right, boys. Oops. All right, so now that we kind of went over some basics, my strategy: stack as much as possible before the price goes astronomical. Exactly. And when I see these dip, oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the crazy dip that we had when I was gone. I was I was over there. I was over here like trying to sell a bunch of stuff, and yeah, when I saw the dip go down to like, was it, what did it go down to, like 54,000? Damn, that was like so low. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was waiting for payday, dude. I was like, oh yes. And then payday came through. I was like, oh, here we go. Carlos says my meme on Discord was the best. Oh, see, let me see. I think I saw it. Let me just get a refresher. Where is it? Here it is. Boom, boom. Oh yeah, dude. Exactly. I remember that. I took a couple of days off and I come back and the whole place is on fire. What up, Carl? Let's go. I'm gonna applause from the live studio audience for Carl. All right, so since Daniel, what's up, dude? Good to see you in here. What's up, brother? Do you listen to British Huddle? I stopped after a few weeks. He bothers me now. British Huddle he's got some good points. You should be stacking as hard as you can. But yeah, some of the stuff gets a little repetitive and he's a little abrasive. But the message is what he's trying. The message is what you should look at, right? He's trying to get you to. He's trying to like shake you out of the. I guess yeah, he's trying to shake you, and make you feel the urgency of the moment, of the opportunity we have, right? So I get where he's coming from. But yeah, he has to grow on you. Like when I first saw him, like his attitude, just like I'm like kind of turned me off. Like this guy's kind of seems super conceited and arrogant, right? And I was like, eh. But if I look past it, most of the stuff he's saying is pretty straightforward. It's pretty straight on, you know. Buy Bitcoin, take self custody, right? And it's just a different approach. He used to shield gold. He used to shield gold scams, though. Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that too. So I know him. I know him from only from his Bitcoin stuff. Like I said, I think the message of everybody should try to get to 1 Bitcoin as soon as possible is a good message, right? But I don't agree with everything he says, right? Or necessarily his approach, but you know, his approach gets him views, right? He goes for like the what do you call it? Like he curses and he gets you riled up, so you can talk about him. And if you talk about him, it's spreading the message, right? It's still kind of like, what do they say? Any news, bad news or good news, is good for marketing, right? It's good marketing. It's good PR or something like that. I don't subscribe to that, but whatever. Anyway, here we don't curse. I don't curse, and we just talk about Bitcoin. We stack it every Monday through Friday, and I only ask that you, if you have any questions, you ask them in the chat. I'll try to explain as much as I possible, as best as I can. If I don't know the answer to what you're asking about, I won't BS you. I'll go and look it up and maybe come back in a couple of days or the next day and answer your question. And yeah, we're pretty much no poop coins here, no trading, no yield products. So we don't stash our Bitcoin on some place so they can give us a percentage earning, because we know that stuff is kind of like a way to lose your Bitcoin. So we're 100% self custody. Buy Bitcoin however you can, whichever exchange you feel is best for you, and then take those satoshis off the exchange and into self custody, into your own wallet. If you need help setting up a wallet, we can walk you through that. I can do a demonstration here on the show just to get you started. But yeah, it's pretty much what we do here. And then on Monday through Friday, we buy about $20 worth of Bitcoin when the price of Bitcoin is below our average buy price. So let's go jump into that and do our stack recap. Okay. Stack recap. All right, so it looks like today the price of Bitcoin is $56,352. It's below our average buy price for 2024. So today we're going to be doing a double stack. Double stack. So double stack today, since the price of Bitcoin is so low. In 2024, we've been up as high as 20 to 30% for the year, but now we're down to 1.85%. So sad, but also it's a buying opportunity, okay? Because remember, it doesn't matter what the price is in terms of dollars. What matters is that your Satoshi count goes up, that your Bitcoin count goes up, okay? So no matter what the price is in Bitcoin, no matter what the price is in terms of dollars, a Satoshi is still a Satoshi. A Bitcoin is still equal to a Bitcoin. As long as you have the actual thing, it doesn't matter what the price is doing in dollars. But it is nice to see the gains. I'll admit that, okay? So that was just in 2024. For the lifespan of the show, every single purchase we've done has been documented with an episode of this show. And we're currently at $7,161 saved in Bitcoin, and it's currently worth $9,800. So we're about 36.9% up since the beginning of the show. We are at we're at 0.249 Bitcoin. And today we're going to be purchasing a double stack. So we're going to do a $40 buy of Bitcoin. Because when the price of Bitcoin is below the average buy price for 2024, we do a double stack. And so now that we know how much Bitcoin we're going to buy, there's only one thing left to do. It's time to stack some sats. All right, we're gonna buy today on Strike. I'm gonna use a Strike app to buy. And we're gonna buy $40 worth of Bitcoin to hopefully get us today, right now on this show, to a quarter of a Bitcoin for the whole lifespan of the show. So we're buying $40, and if it's not enough, we'll buy some more. $40 worth of Bitcoin right now on strike. Next. Oh, that's such a good price. Here we go. It's going. Just like that, we accumulated another $40 worth of Bitcoin. Let's jump into the stats and the sheet so we can update the sheet and see how it affects. Oh, it's so cool. Let's go. All right. First, I'm going to put it in the sheet for 2024. So today is 7/8/24. And it's how much? We bought at $56,461.27. About $40 worth of Bitcoin. And the yield is 0.000700172. I'm going to copy this to the main sheet now. Let's see if we can get this. Okay, right now we're at 0.24 Bitcoin. Let's see if it 0.249. Let's see if this last stack gets us to where we need to be. Boom. $70,172 Satoshis. And just like that, we are at 0.25 Bitcoin in the house. Woo! Just like that. We're there, boys. We're there. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. We actually, this weekend, we started doing, I started tracking my, I'm trying to figure out different creative ways to inspire people to exchange their things they don't need for Satoshis, okay? Operation Flipping Sats. Operation Flipping Sats is in motion. It is initiated. It has started, okay? On 7/1, on July 1st, I was able to successfully sell a sewing machine that I've had in my garage for years, okay? I sold it for $80, okay? And then I bought $80 worth of Bitcoin at 54,150 for a total return of 147,864 Satoshis in exchange for that sewing machine that's been sitting there taking up space in my garage. Oh, you can vlog that. Dang it, Carlos, you're right. Carlos, you're a freaking genius, man. Thank you. I think I'm going to start doing that. I'll start vlogging that. That makes sense. Okay, and then I was able to also successfully sell a Pelican case that I actually got for free. A friend gave it to me because I was doing some traveling. I was doing some video stuff. But I think I used that Pelican case once. And it's just been sitting in my garage. It's a pretty big one. Look it up. Pelican 1550 case. It's pretty big. And they were listed for like $100, $110. I put mine for $95. The guy offered me $80. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll get you for $90. But I had an extra $3 in my account when I did the purchase. So I just did the purchase for $93 and at the price of $56,640. So I was able to accumulate an additional 163,941 Satoshis. Now these Satoshis are not currently accounted for in our sheet here. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add them. I'm going to add those two. Okay. So give me a second. I get my calculator out. So So 163,000 Satoshis. Oops. Plus 147,000 Satoshis equals 311,000 Satoshis. We'll put that in our sheet over here. We'll put that here. And then we'll change this one to include N3. Let's see. Wow. I messed that one up because that's not touch. Oh, I see. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. So we're actually 0.25338.562 Bitcoin. That's official now. That's the official count for the show. Should make that bold. It's the official count for the show right now. And wow. It's good. We're there, guys. We're there. We made it. We made it. But let's not rest on our laurels. We're not. Whoa. What's that stuff? Failed to fetch data. Okay, well, there it is. It's back. All right, cool. Let's not rest on our laurels. Gonna keep stacking. This is just a good. All right, good for you. Now keep stacking. Okay. I'm almost at 0.25. Hopefully in a few months. Let's go. Let's go. 0.25 is a significant amount. Actually, most people will never have that much. Okay, so I know I've said this before in our show, and I'm sorry if it's repetitive, guys, but the show stack, right? It's supposed to serve as like a little bit of motivation, a little bit of an example of, I mean, I'm not saying it was easy. Okay, it wasn't easy, right? But it shows you that there is a way to just consistently keep buying, and in the long term, you're gonna be doing better, right? Short term, maybe especially like this past month, maybe not. You won't see that. You might get scared, but if you can tough it out through the little volatility, right? We can get to a place where you're motivated to save more than you ever have in your life, right? Super good. Let's see. Wishing all good fortune. Yep, 88. Imagine, dude. Oh, it's so crazy. Oh my gosh, it's wild. So let's see. I have a few more things listed on OfferUp, and I'll continue to work that. But yeah, it's pretty wild, right? It's pretty wild how slow and steady. Slow and steady. Pretty wild. Slow and steady. Keep stacking. And what I wanted to do before we go for the day is just do a one round. I've been slacking recently. This dip will get me stacking again. Oh no, Swan messed up your. No, sorry, dude. Yeah, sorry, Carl. Hey, if you want to keep stacking with Swan, that's fine, man. Stack with Swan. I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna have your Bitcoin. I'd rather you have your Bitcoin and not interrupt your schedule then you know, like it's still better. It's better that you get your coins. It's better that you get your sats, right? I'm gonna be honest, guys. I missed stacking with Swan. It was easier. You know, the auto withdrawal was amazing. But anyway, keep it going. I know. But Carl, if you want to stick with Swan, just do it, man. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so I was gonna say, before we let you guys go today, hope you guys had a great weekend, and it's a good start of the week, guys. I share the numbers here because I want you guys to kind of get pumped, get motivated. You know, it's not a flex, okay? It is, yeah, it's for motivation more than anything else, right? Like a quarter of a Bitcoin, I'm kind of playing it down a little bit, right? But still, a quarter of a Bitcoin is a lot, you know? And you go into your what is it called, your Moon Date website, and you check out how much closer you get to your freedom date with every little stack you make, you know? For some reason, that statement reminded me of like every breath you take, that song. Somebody needs to redo that song and call every stack you take, every stack you stack, every stack you buy. Come with some Bitcoin themed classic songs. Swan did nothing wrong, to each their own. Yep. All right. Every stack you make. Let's go. Yeah. Every stack you make. Oh, that's so good. Every stack you take. Oh, every stack you take is good too. Oh, dude, that's good. Oh, I can see the chorus. Oh, can't you see? Let's go. So something about every stack you take into your cold wallet. He'll be watching you. every cold hard stack, every cold hard sat in your stack. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. All right. So let's play a little DCA to BTC to cap off the for the dance portion of this, for the mob portion of this episode. Here we go.
Yo. Yeah. My like quakes. Yeah. It's 2023. Yeah. Gonna DCA to BTC.
Dance
bro.
move. Dance party.
Yeah.
Dance party.
Yo.
Need some more Bitcoin songs.
Yo, DCA to BTC, DCA to BTC, monthly, weekly, daily, finna, DCA to BTC, GBP, USD, I DCA to BTC, my TZS, I made it blessed, I DCA to BTC, cause every single year, I keep losing spending power, and I can't make it back even if I work double hours, and they tell me volatility, what's that gotta do with me? Let the bulls and bears fight, DCA to BTC, I saw an opportunity when FTX crashed, oh snap, look at that, yo, BTC is 15 G's, stack, sats, Odell keeps on telling me, stack, sats, Odell keeps on telling me, DCA to BTC, DCA to BTC, monthly, weekly, daily, finna, DCA to BTC, GBP, USD, I DCA to BTC, my TZS, I made it blessed, I DCA to BTC, woo! Yeah.
Let's go. I know it's just half the song, guys. I know.
DCA to BTC. Yeah. DCA to BTC. Yeah. Stack, sats, stacking, sats, stack, sats, stack, sats, stack, sats, stack, sats. DCA to BTC. Yeah.
There we go.
Get me. My like quakes. Yo.
got this one too. Here we go.
What do you do with the Bitcoin besides it just gather value?
Real estate developers in New York City, they're not buying the real estate because they want to live in it.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, we call them poor. We call them poor. People that use fiat currency, we call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor.
Oh, that's that wise is thumping. Let's go.
There's a name for them. We call them poor.
All right, gentlemen. Hope you guys had a great. Hope you guys had fun in this episode of the Stack Sats Show.
Right, like the point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever more. Forever.
Right. I mean, right. But I mean, we can all look Bitcoin sort of as
forever more.
Oh.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value. We call them poor. We call them poor.
All right. Gee. Poor Laura got owned, dude. Poor Laura. You're famous, though. You're famous now. Good night. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for tuning in. Satwise in the house. McLovin, Leonard, BTC Backpacker, Carl, Garrett in here. What up, Garrett? And oh, I saw. Oh, what up, Todd? Good to see you in here. I'm sorry I didn't give you a round of applause from the live studio audience. Here you go. Round of applause from the live studio audience for Todd. Sorry I missed you earlier. McLovin. All right, gentlemen. You guys have a great rest of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Stats Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Later.